Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of discussion on the Indian Express dated 1st August 2022, and I'm back again with some of the major articles from the newspaper. So let's begin with our today's discussion. From page number 7, GS2 Governance, there is an article headlined as How Bharuch Covered 100% Beneficiaries Under 4 Welfare Schemes. So this article talks about 4 welfare schemes which are as follows. The Indira Gandhi Rashtriya Vridhavastha Pension Yojana, and second one, the Niradhar Vriddh Sahay Yojana. Similarly, we have the Ganga Swarup Arthik Sahay Yojana and the Rashtriya Kutumb Sahay Yojana. So from this article, you have to know about these schemes and also know about the Utkarsh Pehel campaign. Moving on page number 9, from GS3 Science and Technology, the article is headlined as Chinese Rocket Crash and the Risks of Uncontrolled Re-Entry. So recently, the Chinese rocket Long March 5B has crashed to Earth over the Pacific and the Indian Ocean. So this article is related to that and the debris associated with it. From this article, you have to know what is rocket debris and space debris, also the ways to clean it, the challenges associated, suggestions involved, and various international and Indian initiatives to clean the debris. Also, you have to know about the possible scenario ahead. Alright, moving further on page number 9 itself from GS3 Economy Sector, the article is headlined as India's Unique Job Crisis. So there are fewer people employed in agriculture today, but the transformation has been weak. People are moving out of farms and are working more in the construction sites and the informal economy than in factories. And from this article, you have to know the employment pattern in India, employment in sectors like agricultural, construction sector, etc. Also the government initiatives for the formal and the informal sectors, what are the challenges associated and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving on page number 9 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as PM and President's Photos in the Government Ads, Supreme Court Ruling, HC Interpretation. So from this article, you have to know about the restrictions on publication of photos of the government officials, the exceptions associated, what are the significance of government advertisements, also the 5 broad principles of the government advertisements, that is relating to content regulation, guidelines 2014. Further on, what is the Supreme Court's verdict and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving on page number 10 from GS2 Governance, the article is from editorial section headlined as Turbulence Ahead. So safety concerns about airlines may be overblown, but the worries over financial health of the sector remains. This article is written by Mr. Rajiv Pratap Rudy, and from this article you have to know the issues of safety concerns of airline, also know about the financial health of aviation sector, and the role of the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, the DGCA. Moving further on page number 10 itself from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as Impending Storm. So US-China tensions may turn for the worst if both countries take maximalist positions on trade, Taiwan. From this article, you have to broadly know about the US-China relations and the Taiwan issue. What is One China policy? Also, what is India's position on this particular issue? And the possible consequences of China's invasion of Taiwan on India. Moving further on page number 11 from GS3 Economy Sector, the article is headlined as A New Trade Deal. From this article, you have to know the impacts of Russia-Ukraine war on food supply chain. Also, US-EU's sanctions on Russia. What are the impacts of food supply chain distortions on India? What are the suggestions given and what is the possible scenario ahead? Well, with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.